All right, I'm gonna start dinner, and I'm taking your advice. I know some people leave some comments. They say, why don't you use aluminum foil or parchment paper? I'm gonna spray this here so it doesn't stick. And I think that's why, because I think that I'm scared that if I cook on aluminum foil, that it will stick and I would have either parchment paper stuck to it or aluminum foil pieces stuck to it. This is 2 bags of shrimp. I'm gonna cook the one today, or maybe 2, I don't know. I think I could cook the 2 today and then have leftover. I'll just have to wrap up another pan. We got this here from Sam's Club. We like this one. We don't like the coconut one because the coconut one always cuts the top of your mouth. And this isn't that much breaded. Let me get this prepared, get it running, and get on the grill before it starts raining. All right, I'm gonna do one in aluminum, one in parchment paper. What I'm finding out with the parchment paper is that it curls up. So I just tucked underneath there real quick, but I don't know how. Give me more advice on this parchment paper. How do you keep it in there? Because like I said, when I rolled it out, it wants to curl up. Alrighty, let's get this the shrimp. Yep, in Florida, even if it's drizzling, you still you're even if it's drizzling, you're still grilling. And this is a beef tip boneless steak. And I do use that chicken seasoning, guys, that seasoning there. Nice size. So far this box has been good. No shrinky. Was able to get the meats perfectly. They're very tender, I will say this much. All right. There we go, grill. Do your job. It's all right. Let it rain. Raindrops are falling on my head. Just like a guy with big feet on a small bed. It's what it is about living in Florida. Let it rain. Yeah. Think about that song. If you haven't heard that song, play it on YouTube. Raindrops are falling on my head. You gotta love Florida. How many people can grill and chill? All right, the test is on. We're gonna see who's right. We're gonna see if the viewer with parched paper is right, or we're gonna see, and I'm sorry if I don't remember your name, I have bad memory, and we're gonna see if the person that said aluminum foil, cook, baby, cook. At least it's not raining in the kitchen. I'm telling you, the shrinkage, it's not there at all. BB, get the bigger one. I'll get the smaller one, and it looks good. Again, those who are late for the party, this is the only seasoning I use on steaks, pork chops, everything except for ribs, which I use Rendezvous. Basically, all those seasonings. This is what I use for my meat. Tomorrow, T-bone time. This is motivational cooking, guys. That's what this is. I'm not here to teach you. You guys are here to teach me, and I'm just throwing the motivation. Ooh, that looks good on parch. Remember to use those things. Don't just put it there. And that looks good on tin foil. Great presentation. Now, I'm not going to say which one is better, than the other. I'll let you guys make that decision, but let me see here real quick. Lifting. Oh! And again, I sprayed the oil thing on the bottom. Not bad. Not bad. All right, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I mean, that... Dudes, you girls that gave me this tip, I'll give you a thumbs up. This might be my new way. I mean, very easy picking up. And if I don't drop the bowl, very easy on both. Telling you guys, haven't gotten this bowl with the lid, you need to invest in it. Oh my gosh, look at that easy cleaning. I mean, that might have slipped through, but I'm not worried about that. But I mean, look at that. I mean, of course I'm gonna wash it. I mean, just because, but look at that. Just, you guys are amazing. Hopefully I don't forget to use either aluminum foil or parchment paper when I'm cooking on these pans, but man, guys did it for me. Less than 2 seconds to clean.
You cooked that perfectly, babe.
Pink.
Yes.
Pink.
Pink.
Pink. And warm. Shrimp. Shrimp. Shrimp.
Ooh, that looks good.
Good presentation.
All right.
You got it?
I got it.
I will say this much, this meat is tender.
It is. I was expecting it to be a little tough there, but it's been quite surprising it's not. So. Oh.
The rain came down a little bit more.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Ah, I think I remember seeing it.
If we had any shrimp left over, we just eat it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
With the T-bone.
Works for me.
So far that box has been pretty good.
It has.
Like I said, what I like about it is you get different meats. Now, I mean, at that price, of course, I'm not, I wouldn't buy it again. But if I had the money, I probably would buy it again.
Mm-hmm.
Or we should try going to that butcher place in Plant City.
Felton's?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And see what we can get out of there.
Yeah.
I think that's what we'll do one day. We'll take a ride down there and see.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's straight from the butcher, so that shouldn't be... They shouldn't have a lot of that poison in the meat. To keep it from going bad and all of the other stuff.
Right, it's fresh. Straight from the piggies, the chickens, and the moo-moos, and the goats.
So how's work coming along? Good?
Just a lot of inquiries again. But hey.
Gotta get your health insurance.
And that's what I don't like about those damn commercials. They keep saying, oh, you can get $300 a month. No, you have to meet a certain criteria.
Yeah, I mean, that's like anything. Anything you see on a commercial. Buy one, get one free. But then you're paying double for the one. So you're just like, okay, not really getting it free.
So, I mean.
But that's just life in general. You don't read the fine prints.
Sure.
People go straight for the big one. I like this shrimp because it's not bready. It's a lot of shrimp in there.
Yeah, that one is. That's the one we got at Sam's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we got any left over, just put the lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and we can munch on it all night, or tomorrow we can have it go with our dinner. Always trying to find ways to not have waste.
Yeah.
Not to have too much leftovers, so everything is fresh.
So. It's going to be a long 4.5 hours.
Good luck. You do that, I'm gonna be doing some yard work. All right, guys. Welcome to the vlog. Today we're gonna come over here to my parents' house and trim that cactus tree. Yeah, that cactus tree went on its side. So it's gonna be a pain in the butt to get it straight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim that bottom part because it's growing to the ground. Makes it difficult. I mean, there's no way of lifting that up. That sucker is embedded in there. Okay, this is a feeder line for cable. That's what all this is here. Goes to one house. So I'll tell you the story about the internet. Comes from that pole there. When the tree fell down, of course, it ripped it down. But if you see that white box there, that is where my mother cable comes from and another cable comes from. And if you see to the right of it, right there where it's split open. Well, the cable guy came finally. He connected the wire, which is that wire there. Finally, they have internet service. He fixed that because it's running off of where prior to where that thing is broken, the feeder. This is what he tells us. Basically, that because that feeder is cut over there, it is still shooting out a signal. So it's like a cap of water. So if I put so in other words, I'm trying to do this and get ready to cut this tree. So in other words, up there, if that was a water hose, it'd be pouring out water. Okay? If you don't put a cap on here, the signal still shoots out. So basically, it's shooting out over there still, on the top. So her internet is lagging, like literally lagging, very hard. So until that's either capped off or connected, she might only have 50% internet coming through. So basically, until, because again, that one line runs to that guy. It has nothing to do with us. Like I said, her cable is hooked up now, but it's not fast. So basically, until they can fix that, they put in a work order to fix it. Her internet is still going to run slow. So that's where we're at with that. So she got internet. They redid her line. Now it's just a matter of them coming, get that either capped off or fixed, because the guy in the back, he's not using the internet. So that's why he hasn't called. That's why they didn't know about it, because he's not using internet. So it really doesn't matter at this point. So now we'll just wait on that. Here is the cactus tree, which I hate. This isn't that bad, not that much things. I've dealt with cactuses in New Jersey where my mother had them on the ground. And trust me, if you don't have these leather gloves or something, I hate cactuses. This cactus fell down, literally. You ain't lifting this up from the hurricane. So my parents bought this little thing here. That's where the manufacturer. The blade goes up. It's to cut small branches, not thick branches. This is how you tighten the chain right there. And that's to take off the guard. Battery operated, comes with a pole. I'm going to try it out. It's got a safety thing on it. So basically, I'm going to try to cut that bottom there because it's touching the ground, and the other bottom there because this way I can weed eat underneath there. Cut the grass, and this can continue to grow up. Now you see all these little cactuses on the ground, and there's a bunch that goes all along the fence from when the water took it. I promise you, if you do not remove these, every little piece, see? It's growing roots. This will never die because there is water in here. This lays on a piece of dirt. I try to use it for mulch. I cut into pieces. It doesn't matter. This sucker never dies. As long as this has something to put roots in it, this will continue to grow. And like I said, anyone who knows about cactuses, they're just, they might be beautiful to some people, but these things are a pain in the butt. So basically, I'm going to cut that thing down. Hopefully, it feels like it's sturdy enough that I don't need to put a piece of wood there. But you can see where the hurricane literally took it out. So let's get this started. I got the heavy-duty garbage bags because you can't use those light ones, because again, if this was the season where all these pricklies were here and you might not see them like that there, they will get you into your fingers and they are hard to get off. So let me see. And like I said, what this is good for, it's good to cut like small thing and the guardrail comes off. See? She used it to trim down the avocado tree when that piece broke down because it wasn't a big branch. But my whole thing is I got to get this from growing that way because it'll grow into the ground. So, and like I said, I know this will hold. This tree will hold growing up. Not bad. Not bad. And then, like I said, the rest of this tree will grow up. But yeah, that's where we're at with the cable. As far as this tree is concerned, I mean, that's going to be there until they get around to get to it. The people that live in the back, they're the ones that are removing the tree. And just until, like I said, they can find somebody and thing. So let's continue. You can see in this one part where the tree fell into the ground, it's been here for weeks. You can just see in a matter of weeks, I mean, these things will not die. They will not die. They will continue and continue. And like I said, I remember when my mother had the ones on the bottom, that they were flat ones that she had up in Jersey. And if you don't get every root out of it, that cactus tree or the cactus vine, this is a tree, but like I said, the cactus will continue to grow. So I just gotta cut that piece off there and that's it. But you can see that they show, that's what she likes them for, because they have pretty flowers. But I'm not a cactus person. I always seem to get stuck doing this cactus stuff. You can see how far I'm away from that cactus tree. And I found some cactuses here. And look what happens. You hear it? They're already rooting. They're already rooting, boy. So they've been here since the hurricane. Look at that. It's already rooting. I don't care if it's the flower. I don't care if the cactus is as small as that leaf. You have to get rid and pick up every cactus. Because like I said, they will never die. You can run them over with lawnmowers as long as the roots get inside the ground. That's it. You know. And you see here, let's see. You hear it? See? Look at that. Look at that. They never die. So I'm gonna go along this fence here because I remember seeing some. I mean, I don't care if it's a little piece. You have to get rid of these cactuses. Look at that. There's one way down over here. Starting to grow some roots. But yeah, like I said, when my mother had cactus trees in Jersey, she had the vines on the ground and we had to rip that out, and I had the other gloves. It was a mess. That shed's coming down. That's all part of the feeder. The feeder goes to him. The feeder, then they put a cable line like a box. But that's way down there. But he hasn't, no internet, so he hasn't called, so he's probably got another internet service. If you see the loop right around here, this is where they repaired the cable, ran it down the pole, and it goes underground to my parents' house. But as long as that is open, he says that's shooting a signal still flowing through. He said the only problems is like if you were by an airport, that would throw signals to the airport or the planes, but if they were close anyway. But the point is, that's a bleeding feeder line. And until that feeder line is either connected, and then on the end of here would be where it's plugged, that feeder line is bleeding, and they're only gonna have 50% internet. Their computer freezes, it runs slow, the TV runs slow. But like I said, there's a work order in for that. But right now we're on the cactus run. That little machine worked pretty good. I would give it that much. It comes with a pole. Yeah, this is her orange tree. And that's just living in Florida, man. Like after a hurricane, luckily it didn't bust that water line right there. But this is what happens when you live in Florida. They still got a lot to clean up. All right, this is what I'm talking about. You see when it snaps there, and that was in the ground. And that was where, right in there where it was leaning. It's another tiny one, look at that. Doesn't matter, you can shave these suckers down. You can cut them down like this. They're gonna grow. They're gonna continue to grow. I trimmed it pretty good so that it all grows up. That's not bad. That's not gonna move. That's in there on an angle. But yeah, you guys are dealing with cactuses. You guys know. You guys who want to start cactuses, you better know. It's not fun when you get old. And I found this in a bunch in a circle in the grass. You gotta remember, these flowers turn into cactuses. So that's why I say you cannot let these flowers go down into the ground. You gotta pick these up too, because that could have been 6, 7 cactuses growing. Now I found those in the high grass area. You know, you can easily say, hey cameraman, why don't you just cut them with the lawnmower? What you're actually doing is you're cutting them into a bunch of pieces and spreading them even further, because they're not gonna die. Because again, they have water in them, so they're not gonna die. That's why I'm canvassing this whole area. It's tedious, but it's worth. You can see on the ground all the water, whatever water went that way, and then whatever water went this way, which brought the dirt. You could see the fence was trying to hold off, but then it was washing away by the poles. Because remember, where that is here, down there, that was the ground, way down there. And then you see how much dirt washed over here, and then it needed an escape route. And all along that fence line, it's like baby sinkholes coming along the fence line. And you can see in the other corner of this house, it's like baby sinkholes all along. See how the water washed away? See how deep that is? The water all the way. Now you got to be careful, because that can form a sinkhole. That's how sinkholes are formed. Yeah, this cleanup here is going to take time. Till that tree is removed, there's not much you can do as far as cleaning up or doing any repairs, especially on the awning, because this tree came out further than this. It literally was on, and you can see she's trying to grow another one. Once that tree is removed, that's getting knocked down. That sustained damage. So they're gonna get another one. Best investment ever, this little thing here. All you young cats out there, get one now, because you'll need it when you get older. I'm growing one too, but this is gonna stay in the pot. And once it gets a certain height, it's either going in the garbage or if someone wants it. We've been personally cleaning up this area here. It's looking good. As far as the dead leaves go, we're gonna wait off until springtime. Just let them naturally die. That's the baby avocado tree. The mini one, that's the mini one. The one in the middle is the big one. That's the one me and BB bought in Miami. Something had eaten all our lemons. This is the only lemon left. Oop, it just fell off right out of my hand. So it's our first lemon ever. Feels hard, so I just gotta leave it in the house. That had a bunch of lemons on it, and something ate it. But yeah, that line is all part of that feeder that's down, and it's even down over there to the ground. But I know BB wanted some of these trimmed off here, and I think she wanted some of that trimmed off. I have to see. But again, this has a pole, so I just gotta go get the pole, and then I'll show you what it looks like with the pole on it. And I'm gonna trim some of these, get these out in the front while there's still, the trash is out there. They haven't taken it yet, so I can mix that in with the hurricane debris. That's it right there, guys. There's the extension poles. That's everything about it. That's what she bought. I don't know where she bought it from, but I mean, it's not bad. We're gonna see. We're gonna cut the other trees with it. I mean, I can do a little product review, and like I said, this pops up, the chain guard. It's easy. Take that off, you clean anything in here. It comes with the oil. That's how you adjust the chain. Like sometimes you used to have to take that out. On the bigger ones, pull it back and use a wrench. This here, this is your adjuster. So that's what it's called. All right, so let me check it out. Oh, 90-degree cuts. All right, let's see how this thing is good back there. Who knows? Okay, depending how long or short you want to do this pole, it has the electric connectors there, because this is the final pole here. And the battery goes on the bottom. It's easy, screws in. You just screw it in, and then you put your pack right here. All right, that's it from there. Battery pack, trigger. That's the safety. If I wanted just this one and this one, I don't have to use that one. I can remove that one. I can remove those two and then just put these two pieces, just depending how tall. I just got it extended out. Then over here, you plug it in there. Make sure you oil this chain. I don't care if you use engine oil, the oil that comes with it. Every time you cut, keep that chain oiled. That's what will keep it cutting through. So I don't know how high I need it, but I'm gonna show you cut those and cut all along there. Just wanted to show you, it doesn't matter who you are, male, female, old, young. It's just screwing this in and it's locked. I shortened it up because I didn't need it that tall. So I'm using 3. But so far, this might be a good gadget. Now, this isn't gonna cut something that big. It might not, I don't know. I was having a little problems with that long one. But it's lightweight. So, it's not like those heavy machineries that you get in the store. Very lightweight. I mean, I'm one-handed right here. You cut on an angle. And basically, trying to do this. It does its job. As you can see, I'm coming down where the feeder is. Gonna remove all that, going straight down there. Now guys, I grew up on asphalt and concrete. I'm a city boy, as city can be. And cuts pretty thick wood. Battery went dead when I was trying to trim that piece right there. But I got everything. And I just want to say, like I said, to me, this is farm work. And this is what we wanted. This line, everything not over here hanging. But now it's just a pickup. To me, this is farm work, guys. I know a lot of people are gonna say this ain't farm work. But let me tell you something. People that grew up in Jersey City, New York City, they don't know nothing but asphalt and concrete. They've never done this stuff or seen this stuff. So they move down here, come out into a county area, and you're doing this. In the city, you don't have these. In the city, you don't have riding lawnmowers. And I'm talking about city, not where you have big property. So you come here like I did and was like, man, I don't want to be doing this stuff. And Florida is not for you, because you got hurricane season, and this is stuff you got to do, especially if you don't have the money to pay people or to keep up your property. So I'm gonna take all this trash out to the front so they can pick it up. All right, I'm just gonna try to finish those two, but tomorrow, thank God the battery went dead. And then just up there, just a little bit. But I mean, I did a lot. I really bit off more than I can chew today, but we got the line clean. Maybe a couple branches, but I don't know. But that top there, I mean, we got what we wanted. Yeah, if it wasn't for that battery that went dead, I'd probably be cutting like crazy. That little thing there is pretty good. I'll say that much. Other than the thicker the dirt you go, of course it's going to use the battery, so, but it's worth it. See all that pile out there, still hurricane debris all the way down. Guys, if you made it this far in the video, I mean, I overdid it. I really didn't want to be out here too long. I just really had wanted to just do that cactus, and that was it. But then it's 65 degrees. I said, let me just cut some branches. It can't be that bad. I'm sore. I know tomorrow I'll feel it, but it is what it is. Guys, just get out there, do something. I don't care if you're walking, rotating your hands while you're watching this video, eating. You guys are very motivating crew. I hope I'm giving the motivation back. Oh, yeah.